Signing day has come and gone, and that means it's time for us here at MaxPreps.com to turn our full attention to the basketball season. Welcome to the Court Report. I am Chris Stonebraker, and as usual, I get the honor to introduce this guy to my left, your right, the man that needs no introduction, Zack Poff.
Don't make me blush, Stoney.
Oh, I know.
But hey,
it's the lighting.
You know, football is done with now.
Yep.
Signing day officially over earlier this week. So now we get to zone in on high school hoops. Now, a couple weeks ago, we looked at some of the best bigs ranked in the top 10 of the 247 composite rankings. So we're going to continue that big man trend. And this time, we're going to look at the bigs rated from 11 to 30. And we were able to find 8 of them. And we're going to highlight 7 of those guys for you here today.
We did highlight those top 10 big. And you know what? There is no drop-off on this list today in the class of 2015 because it is jam-packed with just fully talented big men that D1 colleges everywhere are just
they want them.
They want these guys. Jeez Louise, give me a big man, and let's start it right now. We have 7 of the 8 players to highlight today. No footage of number 11 in McDonald All-American Henry Ellenson of Rice Lake in Wisconsin. So we begin with number 14 and still undecided 6'8" center from Homestead High in Indiana, Caleb Swanigan. The McDonald All-American selection reclassified from a junior to a senior after averaging 22 points, 13 rebounds, and 2 blocks as a sophomore. The bruising big man was once considered an elite football prospect, and this past summer earned a spot on USA's basketball FIBA Under-17 World Championship team, in which he traveled to Dubai to take gold.
Now zoning in on 247's next guy, Carlton, I don't mean to brag, the 6'9" power forward from Via Angela St. Joseph out in Cleveland, Ohio, and also the 2015 Kansas commit. And we all remember when Bragg announced he was going to Kentucky, and this was by accident, and he sure gave Kansas head coach Bill Self a little scare. But the 2015 McDonald's All-American put on a Kansas hat, and everything was all good. The 6'9" power forward is one of the smoothest bigs in the country. He's got a really nice post game, and he is one of the most versatile bigs in all of high school hoops. On 247's composite rankings, he checks in as the 5th best power forward in the 2015 class and is rated 18th overall. Bragg has been leading the charge for his Via Angela St. Joseph squad. They check in as the number 11 team on our excellent 25 rankings presented by the Army National Guard with a 12-1 record. And Stoney, I know you love this part.
I love it.
When I do the who does he remind me of?
Who?
Give me a mixture of LO, Lamar Odom, and Zebo, Memphis Grizzlies, Zach Randolph. You mix those two together, boom, Carlton Bragg.
Mix them. Got it. Baby.
Book it.
And 24/7 Sports Composite Rankings have Dedric Lawson of Hamilton High in Memphis, Tennessee, ranked the 19th best prospect in the land. I have the luck of the draw to again have a player that has reclassified to be a part of the 2015 class after a very successful sophomore year that saw him and his brother / teammate Keelan get put on the Class 3A All-State team after putting up over 18 points and 12 rebounds per game. That type of production also got him honorable mention honors on the 2013-14 Max Prep Sophomore All-American team. Dedric will be attending the University of Memphis with brother and father. Another similarity to Caleb, Dedric is a McDonald's All-American, the 14th Memphian to earn the honor and the first since 2011.
And Stoney, you know how Tom Izzo loves his bigs at Michigan State. And he's got another one coming with Muskegon's Deonte Davis. The 6'9" McDonald's All-American is one of the most talented bigs at running the floor. And the thing I love most about DD is this dude's engine never stops. Plain and simple, you can't coach that. I got a nickname for my guy Deonte Davis. I call him the garbage disposal because he's always cleaning up the mess. He's one of the best rebounders in the game, and he's always making energy plays out on the hardwood. So far this year, Davis has helped lead Muskegon to a 12-1 record, and they check in as the 8th rated squad in the state of Michigan. And don't worry, baby, I'm not going to leave you hanging. At first, I was going to say his game reminds me of someone you'll be seeing later on tonight, Stoney, the Mavericks, Al-Farouq Aminu. But you threw out a name for me earlier and it clicked. This dude is the Manimal 2.0. His game is very reminiscent to the Denver Nuggets starting power forward, Mr. Kenneth Faried. And the future Spartan checks in as the 5th best center on 247's composite rankings and is rated MJ's number overall, number 23.
Now this highlighted athlete here on the Court Report was a player that National Basketball editor Jason Hickman said could have been the snub of the Mickey D game. Tyler Davis from Plano West High in Texas, the 6'9", 270-pound senior, is the 25th ranked player in the class of 2015. TD is headed in-state to Texas A&M next year, while is averaging 19 points and 13 rebounds a game this year for the 19th ranked Wolves, who are just filled with studs like internet sensation and early in his high school career while playing side-by-side Julius Randle at PCA, Mickey Mitchell himself, and another top 30 prospect big man, DJ Hogue. Now, Texas A&M head coach Billy Kennedy feels like Hogue could be the best shooter in the country. And at 6'8", 220 pounds, 247 has DJ ranked 29th overall in the country and 8th for the power forwards. But guessing the higher levels he goes, the more small forward he will be asked to play with the stretching ability that he possesses on the floor. To average 17 and 6 on a team with Davis and Mitchell, you know he will be well equipped at Texas A&M to contribute fast and amongst other quality players.
And we had to save one of my favorite players last, and that is Thomas Bryant, the 6'10", 220-pound power forward from the same place where Andrew Wiggins balled for a little bit, Huntington St. Joseph Prep out in West Virginia. Now, the 6'10" baller from Huntington Prep is one of the baddest bigs in the game. This dude is one of my favorite guys to watch. Stoney, you know me. I love the guys who bring the power, and boy, does Thomas Bryant bring the perfect style of physicality to the hardwood. Bryant is one of the top remaining uncommitted players in the 2015 class. And get your popcorn ready for March, because Bryant has hinted that is when he'll announce where he's bringing his talent. Bryant checks in as the 7th best power forward in 247's composite rankings and is rated as the 27th best player in the country. And Stoney, you want to hear some inside stuff, baby?
Let's go Ahmad or Frank Hill or
let's go Ahmad, baby. We're going old school. Some sources said they heard his mama say she wants her boy to stay close to home, so that would kind of point towards Syracuse. And usually what the mama says, usually is how it goes. But exactly. But we'll have to wait and see, you know, with the whole imposed sanctions for Syracuse hoops, so that it might open the door for other big-time D1 programs. And we can't end Bryant's part without the famous remind me of part. I see a little Derek Favors in Mr. Bryant's game. He's got some power, and he's one of the most dynamic bigs in all of high school hoops.
We got a lot of guys built in that 6'8" to 6'9", power forward type body in the 2015 class. Now, you always give this remind me of little segment.
You gonna join right here?
I'm gonna try to join.
All right.
I think a lot of these guys you got in the class of 2015, and let me name off a few of them right now. Thomas Bryant, Jesse Govin, Elijah Thomas, Tyler Davis, Caleb Swanigan,
a few
Diamond
or all
Stone,
of them?
and so on. And they all remind me of maybe a UCLA Tony Parker.
Ooh, I like it.
Or a Bucks Johnny Bryant.
Johnny Bryant. Ooh, going Johnny Bryant on us. I like the Tony Parker suggestion right there. You can book that one.
For Zack Poff and myself, Chris Stonebraker, the court report has come and gone like signing day. Keep on clicking on to MaxPreps.com, America's source for high school sports.